Alright. I'm just making a little video here. There were a couple of things I wanted to talk about, and, I figured, I'm not really doing anything. I haven't done anything for like 4 days now, so I'm just gonna put out a video. I shouldn't just be completely lazy, just a little bit. What have I been doing lately? I've been playing a little bit of Rift lately. I'm only level 8, so, don't think like, oh, I've been doing that. I've mostly been playing Civilization, but I wanted to talk about Rift a little bit. They went free to play a couple days ago, I think maybe a week. I kind of missed it. But anyway, I owned the game previously. I got to level 50, then quit. So I played the game, but I didn't really play the game. I mean, I played it more than any reviewer would play it. So, he got me there. I'm playing one spare account. Don't know what that is. So I don't really know what's all going on here. What it appears, I've looked at this briefly. What it looks like is, since I bought the game, that gives me 1 tick of green loyalty, whatever that means. I mean, just going off that, that means that, this is 60 bucks, plus probably another month of subscription. So it'll be 60 here, 60, 60, so 180. Round that down to maybe 150, so 300 to complete that, 450, 600, 750. So these tiers seem to be a little sketchy, but I don't know precisely how they work, so don't quote me on that. Rift is definitely looked a lot better now. One thing that I've noticed is that shit, I don't know how to manage this. I have noticed I'm getting a lot of spell power. I'm playing a cleric. I get a lot of spell power now, and I think they've made it so all abilities scale. Hopefully, one of the biggest problems I had when the game was released was this is like, 5 years after World of Warcraft. I mean, I think it was actually 6 years after. Anyway, they didn't have every ability scaling. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you get that long. Vanilla WoW's biggest problem was the lack of ability scaling, properly. They had to put out new ranks for Frostbolt and, other spells for growth. And it was really bad. Feral Druid outright didn't scale. The only ultimate, rogue finishers, not ultimate, that scaled was the one that gave attack speed. And overall, it was pretty bad. And so, 6 years afterwards, to not have ability scaling was like, what the fuck? So far I've noticed they have a pretty good way to edit the layout. One thing that kinda, I don't know if I can shrink that. I wish I could. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can scale that down a little bit. The UI does look a little big. That was kind of annoying me. Can I do like a... I can just click on everything and do it to like 0.7, can't I? Yeah, it's like, I don't need everything to be that big, I can kind of look at the icon, but it's all, I shouldn't, it looks pretty good. The questing, it's really streamlined. You're not gonna run into any issues. You're gonna run right through. As compared to World of Warcraft now, and this is a big thing. While World of Warcraft keeps making their talent trees more and more streamlined, less and less creative. Rift seems to just, they just seem to say, fuck it, do whatever the hell you want. Purpose selection. Don't even know what that is. Oh, alright. They have made the purpose selection. I think they made the early game a little bit easier. They allow you to do a purpose and it guides you. Like, I've just been clicking, for curiosity's sake, not because I can't make a good spec of my own, but I've been just, doing what it tells me to do. Put 3 here, 2 here, blah, 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 blah. And, it works out, because I think one of the major complaints was Rift is really big in making your own spec, really big on, throwing you out there and saying, have fun with it. And not a lot of people could do that, it's not their fault, not everybody's a creator of talent specs, so to expect everybody to be able to do that, not very good, especially when some people seriously just don't care, they just want to play the game. There is one thing that's really nice, and I've noticed this. I'm not lagging enough to show you, but here, if I can Let's watch. Okay, if you click your ability, you see how it like highlights? You know, if I click near the end, that's a big deal because that means if you're lagging, you can start the ability way before, or you know, tell the system to use that ability right when you come off global cooldown. A big thing in World of Warcraft was ability canceling. You had to write a macro to cancel your ability and restart it because the ability would already have finished, but the on your screen because of latency, because MMOs are typically pretty laggy. I mean, let me see if I can find a ping here. I don't think it's gonna give me a ping though. No, it's probably not. I don't think they want to do that. So you know, overall, it's a pretty good system. I really like that. It's really futuristic. I think in order to make an MMO now, you gotta have this. You know, this is important. The ability to move anything I want. That's a big deal. You know, you have. How about I didn't actually move that? You have to. You know, everything ought to be able to move. You gotta be able to resize everything. So that's good. It does seem to annoy me. Here, let me show you here. I mean, okay, let me show you. Watch this. Okay, didn't do it. Okay, what happens a lot of times, let me see if I can try it here. If, it's not doing it now. Now I look like an idiot. But what it was doing earlier, anyway, was, the animations weren't quite syncing up. That's something that really annoys me. If you're going to be looking at broken animations, you know, World of Warcraft style, where you start an auto attack, then use an ability, then you cancel the ability into another ability, and you're just sitting there like barrel rolling around, like that doesn't look very good. You have to have some good looking animations. I know you can't, I know they typically do things like you have a parry animation, but it's always going to be overridden by using an ability. So, you know, I don't know. I just think if, like here, this ability is, I can at least show you this one. Holy crap. Nothing works wrong for me when I need to show it. Nothing is alive, everything is dead. Let me show you this. Yeah, look at that. It looks really weird. It looks very MMO-y. I think it's definitely the wave of the past is having abilities that look like that. Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I really want on a MMO, it's one, I want to have lower ping. Rift really accomplished that with their technology. But two, I want abilities that look good. I mean, I don't know. I hate this whole, like, one, watch the same animation over and over. And then you finally use your super long cooldown ability, you know, massive blow, and it's the same damn animation. Oh, well. But anyway, this is what Rift looks, I guess the big thing, you know, how free to play is it? I haven't run into any issues. I know people said you couldn't use souls or something without purchase. I did own the game previously. There are probably some souls that you need to buy. Other than that, it looks like the game's all here. It looks like, you know, they're running off Cash Shop. You know, here you can buy, apparently I can buy that for gold. That's interesting. Crimson, yeah, so, you know, it's very heavy on, they always do, you know, boosts. It's heavy on boosts, and it's heavy on, you know, custom mounts. You know, that's always a big thing. You've heard my complaints about this before, though. You give pay-to-play people the best looking mounts, and you know the people who've worked really hard. They sort of, you know, they start to feel like, But you know, that's all I have to say. So if you're looking for a waste of time, you know, Rift, you know, it's at least tolerable. I wish it would really mess up the animation, but it refuses to, because that would make me look like I knew what I was talking about. Oh well, so there you go.